Bunyan's 4. Plus 1. Live at AS220.
Pour out the sweet rolls, like a cup of tea in a sweet roll. Pour out the sweet rolls, like an orange juice in a sweet roll. Pour out a sweet roll, like a grapefruit juice in a sweet roll. Pour out a sweet roll, like an orange juice in a sweet roll. Pour out a sweet roll, like a milk in a sweet roll. Pour out a sweet roll, like a coffee milk in a sweet roll. Pour out a sweet rolls, like a chocolate milk in a sweet roll. Pour out a sweet rolls, like a cup of foul humors in a sweet roll. Pour out a sweet roll. Like a cup of piss and a sweet roll or a sweet
Just Victor.
thinking how you brought me away, you know. My brother came up here first, and he said that, you know, maybe it was a better way of life than, you know, where we're from in El Paso, but I don't think so. I think it's kind of fucked up. The weather don't fit my clothes, homes. Anyways, I started to think on different things, you know. And I was thinking that my name is Jesus. And everybody calls me Chato, but you know my real name, Jesus Rodriguez, because you gave that to me, to my mom's. I was thinking too that I was born in Nazareth, California. A little town out there between Pomona and Riverside. And it's about that time, you know, the second millennium. Jesus of Nazareth, dig it, Holmes. Oh, excuse me, I never did that. I was supposed to do that. And I look back, you know, and I did a lot of things because I was thinking about that. I looked at around me and I said, you know, I better start reading a good book, you know. I mean, I always did when I was a kid, you know, because my abuela, you know, she used to always take me to church and I would listen, but, you know, she went to mass in Spanish and I don't speak that well, you know. I don't speak English that well either, but, you know, I'm talking, I'm from El Paso. So, I started to do some things, you know. It's like my clique, you know, since I was originally from Nazareth, you know, I brought back the sign, you know. Barrio Nazareth, a.k.a. And then I renamed them, you know. We used to be called Los Diabolitos, but then I changed it to Los Apostolitos, the little apostles. That's right. And there's 12 of us, you know. Caesar, Moco, Pedrito, Little Sleepy, and all the rest of them motherfuckers. So I started to think about things and I renamed them that way, you know. So then I was thinking, then that time we were out that liquor store, and I got all that money from that guy, you know, and I gave it right to Caesar because you said, give Caesar's things to Caesar. God, I didn't think you had no business in the liquor store, so I gave it to Caesar. You know, but then we got popped. And, you know, that was too bad that we got popped like that, but, you know, that's all right. And I told him, you know, I said, I'm doing the work of the Lord. What I got here? Child. So serious kind of guy. What's it say? Death warrant. Yeah, got the death warrant, man. Mexican brown. I know you put that shit on her. Yeah, I won't get too whack, you know? No. And then I thought since I was doing the word of the Lord that, you know, things might get better, but I'm beginning to understand that that don't necessarily mean shit. Because, you know, when your first son was on earth, you know that the other Jesus, things went too good for him. You know? And it's like I've been trying to kick this shit for a long time. It ain't happening. wanna get arrested, came up here, I can't find a fucking job. The way things are going, I don't think we're gonna find one. They're asking me for a fucking green card. My family's been in this country since before it was this country. Fuck you, motherfucker. So I figured, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die some other way. So this is the new cross.
a.k.a. You can move to France, it doesn't make you French. You move to Russia, it doesn't make you Russian. But you move to America, you get to be an American. All you gotta do is know basically the rules to baseball and be able to use the terminology in a sexual context. Know some popular song, be able to sing along with something that Barbara Streisand made famous. These are the days, my friend, right? And basically that's about it. We don't even have a real standard language. It's like some countries, it's rigidly standard. You can go to Germany and there's all kinds of different accents, but there's standard German. We don't have that. We have something that changes. The closest thing we have to it is media English. What they use on news, what they use on TV. And that's changed dramatically over the past 40, 50 years. 50 years ago, it was something that had developed out of New York as the cultural center and out of Boston as the educational center. It was something certainly, comfortable on the East Coast. Our boys on the Eastern Front today have taken heavy casualties in Malmedy and Thionville, but they're pushing the Germans back over 50 miles. And on the west, and on the other front, MacArthur says that we'll be back in the Philippines in a month or so. Then it moved. It changed into something, kind of game show-like, which is what we have now, based partially on an upper Midwest accent, with every local thing taken out of it. Hi. 70 people were burned to death today in a horrible Philadelphia Roadhouse fire. But these are the things that come out of our higher educational system. Now, like currently, our higher educational system is producing a form of English that's something more like this. Now, you can expect to hear this in the future, not only on college campuses, but you can expect to hear it at your doctor's office. I'm afraid you're going to die soon. Or something along the lines of at your bankers. I'm sorry, you haven't had credit. So you're like, wait, fucked. But the neat part is that's just one small facet of our speech in this country. Then we get into subcultures. And all you have to do to be part of that subculture, besides the clothing, is learn the English, and a particular type of English that's being used. For example, there's military speak. I had a friend of mine who went away to school, not to school, he went away to Fort Bragg, kind of like school. And he goes away, his name was Sean Patrick Flannery, he went away with a good Boston Irish accent, how you doing, Bob? Comes back on leave, and he's like, we gotta go over there to Cuba and get that damn beer. I say, scrag the motherfucker. Yep, we'll just neutralize the entire indigenous personnel if we can't get to him personally. Then, of course, there's cheese speak, associated primarily with hip-hop culture and young, basically northeastern black men. However, this is not necessarily the case. In real conversation that I heard on a train one time, coming out of a white, red-haired, freckled boy. Yo, sup, G? Yeah, sup, man? Nah, man, same old, but it's all good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, we was out there Friday, man. Yeah, man, I was on the app, we was messing with my boys and shit. Yeah, nah, man, we was out there with P-Funk, Smooth, Jerry, all my niggas. Yeah, we was out there, man. Nah, man, I can't believe this shit, man. We were just sitting out there cooling, you know what I'm saying? Listening to some of them old school jams. Yeah, from like back in the 92 and shit. Yeah. No, so we out there, right? And this dude come driving by in this nasty ass whack ride, come on, like 1972 Chevy Impala and shit. Right? He ride up on me, mad dog, got the window and shit. Next time he come around, I call him out. Right? He come out, he step up to me and say, yo, you never would have been jocking my daughter? I said, what? Yeah, one of the jobs of my daughter, and so I don't know, man, some 12-year-old bitch go to die high and shit. I said, yo, I don't even play that, man. Alright? You better step, because I'm gonna get up in your face, I'm gonna take out of you in a body bag, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even fronting. Alright, man. I went home, it's like he took off, him and his almost just like step up in his face and stomp this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Bring shit on the sidewalk. Alright, man, peace. One variety of English. Then we move on to Guido English, very popular in the Providence area. But this does not imply that you have to be an Italian American. I am. I live in a predominantly Italian American neighborhood. However, I have Chinese neighbors. The children walk down the street, one of whose name is Locke. And Locke says things like, "Oh, Wang, did you throw the rock at that fucking lady? What the fuck are you doing? Next time he comes over here, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. I'm gonna give you a beating like you need." Then the mother's like, "Locke, and he's like, it's like, but see, you don't have to be part of what that is. You can just become it. That's the beauty of becoming an American. Now we have another important variety known as program speak. Program speak goes something like this. How are you? Oh, I'm feeling. What are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm chairing a meeting. No, it's not a stand-up, it's a big book. You have to give it away to keep it. Yes, you really want to know how I'm doing? Oh, well, I was feeling a little crazy and the disease was really heavy. So I decided I would go to the store today. And apparently I maxed out my credit card and they cut it up in front of me and I felt so violated. I felt as if the umbilical cord to my inner child had been cut open. It was horrible. Let God go. Yet another variety. Now 9% of the United States currently is Hispanic and it's growing. We do not have to worry, however, if you don't speak Spanish, about learning to speak Spanish. You must worry about learning to speak proper Spanglish. Spanglish is basically two varieties. The East Coast variety, also known as New Yorican. New Yorican goes something like this. Mira, man. Yeah, what's happening? Yo tengo que ir a Broad Street porque esa farmacia, you know that they have checks down there? Yeah, I gotta go down there. No. Wait, ¿qué estás haciendo ahorita, man? ¿Qué the fuck pasa? No, can you give me a ride down there? No, because I need some money. You know that girl from Bridgeport, that Garcia girl? Yeah, she came back and I was going down to store 24, right? And she was looking sharp and shit. So I said to her, yo, man, you're like fat as hell. Lost some weight and everything. Thought we ran the weight now, man. So I said, you like going out or some shit? So you said, I need my childhood. Yeah, vamos a bailar, man. Yeah, all right. Okay, yeah, suavecito, man. Then, there's the West Coast version. The West Coast version uses Spanish slang with English words, Spanish Mexican slang with English words. And it involves slowing your English down to Mexican standards. And of course it goes something like this. Oye, lejos. Hey, what's happening? No, man, I see you out there with your hookah the other day, man. No, man, I couldn't stop by, you know, because I don't want anybody, the hookah to see me in la clica, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, no, she's hot, you know, I was in the Pinta last week, I don't want to be going back and shit. No, man, do you have some hookah, man? Yeah, man, that's okay. No, that's okay, man, yeah, there was some gato shit you got last week, man. Then, of course, there's Queen Speak, or the Queen's English. And you don't always find this necessarily where you think you're going to find it. We will now meet a friend of mine named Jerome. Go ahead, you need a cab? Come on, yeah, get in. No, go ahead, get in the cab. Yeah, where you going? Oh, the airport. I love the airport. I just think of all the fantastic exotic places people might be going. They could be just flying off to the Cayman Islands. Denmark, or Key West, or anything. Where are you going? Cleveland? Oh, I'm sorry, honey. No, I haven't always been a cab driver. No, see, I was a hairdresser, but then there was the incident. But, no, I worked over there on the east side with all them little Jewish women, and, they get all pissy and everything, and get in your face, and I just decided to let it out of this one woman. So, I'm in hiatus right now. I'm not exactly a hairdresser profession anymore. Yeah, so what are you doing in Cleveland? Damn! Don't cut me off like that. Sorry I was raised in the South. I was taught not to speak like that, but and to respect the elders and everything, but I figure I am an elder now. No, so you're going to see who you seeing? Your ex-boyfriend? Why are you wasting the time, honey? Yeah, well, I can't talk, it's like I've known some dogs in my time. No, I have, it's like this one particular gentleman took me out, and he said to me, we went out to dinner to a Japanese restaurant, and I ate myself like $80 worth of sushi, honey. It was wonderful. And then he expected me to ask him in, and I was like, my mother didn't raise me like that. I'm not no whore. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, yeah. Well, no, you're the last fear of the night. No, when I get home, I'm gonna pamper myself. I do, really. I just wore all these khaki clothes and this hoodie and everything just because, I want to get into the park. Because, it's really, being a cab driver is just like anything else. It's like being a hairdresser or maybe, a bartender or a psychotherapist. You just talk to people about what's important in their lives. Their friends, fashion, the scene, things like that. No, when I get home, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pamper myself. I'm just going to get in a bubble bath and have myself some champagne, and then afterwards I'm going to put oil all over my body. Because, driving around in this heat in the cab, my legs do get all ashy and everything. Well, thank you very much. That's a tour of America. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I haven't heard from you in a long time, man. Now, what's going on? I was away in Virginia for a while. Nah, man, you wouldn't believe it. I'm coming down 95 in this shit box. I got no registration, no license, no nothing. And I got a bag. I mean a fucking bag next to me. Lucky I didn't get popped. No shit, yeah, I did. 18 months in Providence, Virginia, but it was beautiful. Yeah, the cells are like townhouses over there. Oh, yeah. Nah, you remember, it's good talking to you. I haven't talked to you in a long time. You remember the blizzard of 78, man, when I was over your house? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was up in Vermont, and I came down, and the cops were trying to tell me, get off the road, get off the road. Then this cop says, you want to go to the state police barracks? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to the fucking state police barracks. Yeah. Yeah, so no, it was terrible. I finally got to your house, and there's all these stores down there, right? And I'm like, I'm dying to do a fucking job. So baseball bat, go in there, bam, the cops can't go nowhere, right? Yeah, all right, I'll see you later, yeah, take it easy. Hello, Frank Silverlight Hardware. The hours? We're open tonight, 11 to 2 in the morning. I don't know, it changes every day. Tomorrow maybe 6 to 8:30 in the morning. I don't know. Yeah, thanks. Bye. What fucking horse am I gonna play? Let's see. I don't know about that one. I don't know what's with that.
Excuse me, I hate to bother you.
What do you need?
Well, my baby's crib broke in the middle of the night, and I need a screwdriver that a Phillips had. You got? What do you?
No, we don't have any Phillips head screwdrivers.
Yeah, okay. I've got to get out of here in a rush. You can just know where you keep them?
We don't have any Phillips head screwdrivers, kid.
Of course you do. It's no hardware, so where do you keep them?
Look, we don't have any Phillips head screwdrivers. Why don't you go to True Value or some shit?
Every place is closed. It's 11:30 at night.
Yeah? So what's your point?
The This is the only place I can find when I really need one. Come on, stop jerking me around. Just give me...
Don't talk to me like that, you little fucking punk. I don't have a Phillips head screwdriver, all right? We got some merchandise over here. There's some paintbrushes. I think we got some DDT.
I don't need any of that. I just need a Phillips head screwdriver.
Look, I don't have any fucking Phillips head screwdrivers, all right? What are you, a jerk off?
I know. Come on! I know the language you people talk in. Now, well, what is that supposed to mean? You people? Well, you know, you're a businessman. What do you got? Well, this is what I got. And if you, maybe we can work some money.
You throw money at me?
Well,
Get the fuck out of here before I kick your ass. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. All right? Get the fuck out of here. Phillips head screwdriver jack off. Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank Silverlake Hardware. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Yeah. No, we took care of that thing the other night, yeah. Up there? Yeah, we took care of that thing, yeah. No, it was fucking funny, man. No, it was me, Dogman, Louis the Spec, and, yeah, and Sal's brother. Yeah, we were up there. Oh, it was unbelievable, right? We go up to the house. No, don't worry about it. There's no taps on this phone. No, don't worry about it. No, so we go up to the house, right? And we said, we come about the ad in the paper about that Chrysler you had for sale. He says, what? I don't have any Chrysler for sale, right? So I step back, bam, bam, bam. Looks like the 4th of fucking July in there, right? Beautiful. He falls down the stairs, but this fat bastard, we can't even get him in the trunk, right? Louis got to chop his fucking feet off, right? I'm laughing my ass off, right? I'm trying to piss myself over here. Yeah, no, it was funny, man. No, it was funny, yeah. No, I think the whole thing, don't worry about it, yeah. No, Louis gone. Louis dead. Don't worry about it. No, there's nothing to worry about. Yeah. No, don't worry about the phone. Don't worry about the phone. No, my brother-in-law is working for the phone company. If they try any shit, we know about it before they do. All right, thanks, yeah. Take it easy.
Hi, how are you? Frank?
No, there's no Frank here.
This is Frank Silverlake Hardware.
There's no Frank here.
Well, I talked to Frank just yesterday, and he said he was interested in a truckload of paint I have. Perchance I could work with you and maybe get this off my, get it on my truck?
What, are you trying to pump me off? There's no Frank here. You didn't talk to any Frank.
Well, of course I did. Now listen, you're a businessman much like myself. And this is good paint I got here. It's that graffiti-resistant stuff. Maybe we can work something out, me and you?
No, I don't think we can work anything out. First of all, you come in here, you're lying to me. There's no Frank, all right? There's never been a Frank. You're lying to me. It's a dishonesty thing. It's a sign of disrespect.
No, I don't
need to
think
talk.
you need that.
No, I don't
You're a
need to talk to you.
businessman, I'm a businessman. Maybe we can work this out.
No, I don't think we can work anything out. All right, come on.
Now, come on. Hey, come on. I think I'm gonna leave now.
Why don't you do that?
That's a good idea. Good idea, you piece of shit. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Hey, yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I want breakfast, little toy in the first. What was that one? Yeah, Daisy's Girl up in Rockingham. Yeah, I want that one. Suffolk Downs. I want, let's see, Bobby's toy and Bobby's toy in jumped off the Tallahassee Bridge. Yeah. Yeah. No, those are good horses. Yeah. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Go on. No, all right, I'll see you later. That's good. Hey, how you doing? Hey, not bad. Hey, what's going on?
I was wondering if I could get a loaf of bread.
Yeah, what's a loaf of bread for?
For Mickey.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't think that's any problem. We can handle it.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, while I had it, I was wondering, we're gonna be having a little party tonight. There's gonna be 8 of us. And I was wondering maybe, yeah, I can handle it.
You got a pay or what?
Yeah.
That's it. What else is happening here? My beds. What are we going on?
Listen, I want that fucking screwdriver. I've been up and down this goddamn block 10 times. I can't find a hardware store that's open. You're gonna give me a screwdriver because you're a goddamn hardware store. You must have one. I want you to fucking check the back room. I want you to check the back room. Goddamn it, you have to have one.
It's my store.
Listen, you're fucking greasy wop. I want a screwdriver. Listen.
Yeah, Frank's over like that where, yeah, this is Frank. How you doing?
Write it down. Next act, but I know what our next act is, but originally I did write this down, and it wasn't the illusion of content. It was the illusion of content all along. And they were like, oh, did you do that on purpose? That's like, yeah. It was the illusion of content. Like, you know, you're supposed to wonder. Maybe it was like, you wonder why they were so...
Yeehaw! It's your old pal, Old Fuzzy here, and I'm just as thrilled as I can be about this show we just saw here. Yes, sir, we had all kinds of great guests tonight, and it's my privilege and my duty to read them off to you one by one. Well, we started off with the Boston Comedy Launch, and that was the MC for that was Mike Sweeney, and then we had Eric Arnold, the Wrong Hero, Rick DeLay, Gary Goldman, and that was the Boston Comedy Launch at Northeastern University back in February. And then there was also Carrie Louise, but she didn't want to be videotaped, which is okay because actually, you know, her entire set consisted of her pandering shamelessly for 20 minutes to a bunch of sorority sisters that she went to college with. I mean, yeah, talk about pandering. I mean, you just get in front of a bunch of sailors and shout out the names of USS destroyers for 20 minutes and get a big hand too, you know? I mean, that's not comedy though. I don't know what it's called, public relations, crossed with being a geisha girl? I don't know. Anyway, it's not my duty to comment on the performers. So let me just finish introducing all the folks that we saw on this fine show. This is Noise Party. You are tuned to Noise Party, which is broadcast every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. On Cambridge Community Television, Channel 66. And ever since we lost our sponsorship with the Middle East, we've been more or less just getting along on the gold that we find, panning here and there. Well, anyway, the first hour was the Boston Comedy Launch, and it's kind of a split-up show. And then we had the Bunyan 5 recorded live at AS220. And I think that was back in March, I don't know. And then we had 4 performances by Just Victor, whose real name is Scott Canzano. Oh, I gotta get that phonograph record. Hold on. Now this here is some real relaxing music to sort of drift you off to snooze time. You know, I often wonder if they actually play this at 9 o'clock sharp so that the show ends by 11. Because, you know, that way, the way I figure, you could be sitting there watching this, right? And then you turn it off, or you turn the channel at the end of the show, and then there's the news. And it's the end of the perfect night, yeah. I think a lot of Americans are chronically afflicted by fatigue because they don't get enough sleep because they're up all night watching those doggone TV shows, and then they feel obliged to stay up until the news is on. And by the time that rolls around, it's 11:30, and then they say, well, why don't we stay up till 11:35, see who's on, Dave Letterman or Jay Leno, and well, you know, once they start watching Letterman, well, let's stay up until he does the top 10 list, and then once they do that, well, it's already midnight, you know, and you figure, well, might as well just watch the rest of Dave's show, and by the time it's over, it's 12:35, and you got to be up by 6:30. Hey, hell, if you're a farmer, you got to be up by 5:30. Hey, hell, if you're a monk, you got to be up by 4:30. Hey, hell, if you work the swing shift, you got to be at work half an hour ago. That's no way to live. Just like you to know that the music you've been hearing is by Harper's Bazaar, and the first track was called Virginia City, and copyright 1967 by Scopeltone and Templeton, and this is the famous High Coin by the equally famous Van Dyke Parks, performed by Harper's Bazaar. You are tuned to Noise Party. These tracks are from Harper Bazaar's second album, which goes by the title of Anything Goes. You are tuned to Noise Party. We'd like to thank Mike Sweeney, Eric Arnold, The Wrong Hero, Rick DeLay, Gary Goldman, the Bunyan 5, Just Victor, and, of course, Old Fuzzy. Noise Party is televised at 9 p.m. Wednesdays on Cambridge Community Television, Channel 66, and is produced by Francis DiMenno. This Noise Party will inaugurate a new season of all-new programming on Noise Party. In subsequent weeks, please look for the Cabaret of the Oddly Normal, recorded live at AS220. Noise Party bids you a very good night.